Hello, beautiful people. These are all my thoughts and opinions based on information out in the public domain. Please, please, please do your own research, and this is our platform to express our opinions for now. Let's hope it doesn't get canceled or taken down. But while we're there, let's talk. Please share, like, and subscribe to help the platform grow. Thanks for the donations. They're very much appreciated. And leave your comments. I read them as much as I can. I apologize if some of you say, oh, you didn't give it like Paula. It's just that there's so many of you. Sometimes I don't have the time to tell you the truth. But I try to read them as much as I can. So while I'm having my morning coffee, I was reading through so much stuff. People are very, very upset about Harry he's talking at an informal gathering at the UN. He's not giving a keynote speech at the United Nations. A keynote speech is when the United Nations is in full session, and I mean full session, and somebody gets up and gives a speech. And a keynote speech is the main speech of the event. Harry is doing neither. However, it's still very offensive. Is the UN telling me that even for an informal gathering, they couldn't get a person, a South African person, or any person of color to give an informal speech at a gathering? Even though he's not a keynote speech or anything like that. But is Harry seriously the best choice? And of course, accompanied by his wife. Now, odds are Meghan is going to be wearing a polka dot dress, because that's what Princess Diana wore when she met Mandela. Now, unlike Harry, whenever Prince William or even the Duchess of Cambridge go to places like that, I mean, we have Prince William opening Parliament or assisting the opening of Parliament. Whenever Prince William goes abroad, or the Duchess of Cambridge, they are received by formal official dignitaries, and it's a very publicized official event, unlike Harry and Meghan. I know many of you are upset, but this is just as bad as that gala where Harry gave fake medals to retired veterans. Okay, that was a private event at a small museum, and I believe that the veterans were paid, and it was sponsored by a PR company. Prince William and the Duchess of Cambridge are not sponsored by private companies when they go and visit representing or go to do their duty or diplomatic representation on behalf of the monarch and the United Kingdom. Harry only goes and represents. Harry and Meghan only do it to represent their own pockets. And most likely just for PR, because that's where we are. So for all of those of you who keep going, oh, Harry, yeah, it is absolutely disgusting, because I'll tell you what the worst part of it all. Harry is extremely racist. That he thought that by marrying a white woman of mixed heritage would make those things go away and have the upper hand on everybody else, especially his brother. Harry married Meghan because nobody else would put up with his BS, really. And so yeah, and of course Meghan is going to come along. The mixed heritage woman comes out, and now she's black. Harry's trying to be black. Meghan desperately wants to be pure white. But they want to exploit both. They want to exploit their racism card. To date, Harry has never ever publicly apologized for the racial slurs that he said against so many people. He has never apologized for that Nazi uniform. Buckingham Palace issued a statement, but Harry himself has never publicly apologized nor acknowledged that he racially abused people. Harry himself has never come out and say, I apologize. Now, let me tell you something. When you're born, you're not born being racist. However, something in Harry is very instinctive about being racist. it started when he was very young, when Princess Diana took him on that bus trip, because she would take him on buses in the UK to kind of give him an idea to normalize stuff. And the bus driver, I think, was Hindu, and Harry was making, even as a child, making very racial slurs, and Princess Diana was mortified and telling him off. So it started very small. And he has never, I mean, do you know how bad it has to be when Buckingham Palace has to send you to a sensitivity seminar about other cultures and races? That's how bad it was for them to take that step. So he is absolutely, absolutely the least qualified person to even use Mandela's name in his mouth in order to rehabilitate his image. And of course, Meghan Markle is going to be there to supervise, because Meghan Markle has to be there to supervise, just like Meghan Markle had to be at that little dinner at New York. They're making it more than what it really is. It is really nothing. And what's worse is that the press is playing along. Prince Harry to give a keynote speech at the UN. No, he is not. Prince Harry is having, what was it that they said? Handing medals to veterans, you know. But they didn't say that it was sponsored by a private little known museum and the veterans were paid to be there. And it was a private event. It wasn't anything on behalf of any official government, even though they played the national anthems of both countries in their own order. So, and of course, Harry and Meghan, who hate the titles, insist on using the full titles that they're still allowed to use. If they were still allowed to use the HRH, they would be using that at every step. So now another thing I wanted to talk about was the mental health thing. This is the idiot leading the more idiots. There are some people with mental health issues and Harry, you know, he's talking about having mental resilience and what to do to train your mind in order to be strong. Yet this is a man who sues every newspaper in the United Kingdom if they call him out on anything. But just the United Kingdom, not the United States. And you should see them. I mean, for all of my American friends, you have seen how they are completely trashed in the United States. They're ridiculed, yet not one lawsuit in the United States, only the United Kingdom. They live with an obsession. Harry's angry, he's upset. Does his behavior and Meghan's behavior indicate that they're mentally okay, or that they're happy, or that they're thriving? No. These are two people who have trashed and slandered everybody, including their own family members. They don't, and you know, this is the thing that really gets to me. Why are people saying palace braces for more of Harry's revelations or Meghan Markle's revelations? What revelations? They're lies. What the palace is bracing is, you know, the more stupidity and more lies and slander they say, the harder it's going to be for the palace to absorb them back when they fail at everything. Because that's what the palace is concerned, in my very humble opinion. And keep in mind, these are all my thoughts and opinions. They're concerned that if Harry and Meghan damage their image too much, they won't, especially Charles, because Charles wants them back. For some reason, he's obsessed with Meghan. And these are all my thoughts and opinions. Because the behavior and the lack of action from the palace, the fact that they bury everything, especially after it was made very public by Valentine Lowe how much Meghan bullied somebody, they still bury stuff, is because Charles wants them back. And the public doesn't want them back. And this is out of touch. For me, this is how out of touch things are. So, but Harry and Meghan, you know, they're talking about mental health. How mental health is important. He's talking to Olympians. And of course, he does it as Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. It's not Harry. What happened to just Harry? Or Meghan being linked and not ranked? Now, I'm going to say the one last thing here. It's about Tom Bauer's book. It kind of worries me that he says that it's called revenge. Why is it called revenge? And he puts Meghan front and center. The only time somebody can say they're gonna revenge something is when they feel that they've been wronged. So his title implies that Meghan Markle, to me, that's what the title implies to me, that Meghan Markle was wronged, and this is why she committed revenge against the royal family. So I hope I'm wrong. I hope this is not another much hyped book that ends up kissing Meghan Markle's and Duke of Sussex and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, you know, such as. They're such asses. I swear to God, you know, it's not even funny. They're the Duke and Duchess are such asses. They're both asses. But anyways, let me know what you think. I don't like the title, but it could be just me. Please give me your comments and let me know what you think. And thank you again for watching.